It's the end of the January transfer window. There's a few bits of business we're still trying to get over the line. And there's one guy in particular I've been chasing for a long while. Welcome back everybody to the Bolton save. We are at home. Hurrah! We've got a home game coming up, but it is against Arsenal. We're not doing too well against Arsenal. We've played a few games actually. Have we drawn a game against them? It appears like we have drawn a game. Then we lost 1-0 and then we lost a 4-1 quite heavily as well. So that's a little bit harsh really, to be fair. It's just got progressed kind of worse, hasn't it? But a home game today. We've picked up 3 wins. Last episode we picked up a win against Aston Villa, but we did lose against Tottenham, who are lying in 7th. Liverpool are running away with it. United are 2nd with Chelsea. Arsenal lying in 4th position, trying to keep up with the top guys. So they're going to probably be wanting to come and beat us, really, aren't they, really? We've scored 21 goals this season, which is very, very poor. Top goal scorer is Pietro, as you would expect, him or Frin. Highest averaging is Frin. Most assists is Dylan Levitt. Blynn's got best pass completion. Maybe we should be playing him, but we've got a lot of tired legs out there today because we're playing within a couple of days of the Tottenham game, so we're not in the best frame of mind. We have got a lot of changes to the side. I just think if there's any more transfer news. Not really from last episode. We are still trying to get in Gomez. Could get that extra money within this game, I'm hoping so. With 7 million in the bank, 8 million transfer budget. If failing to get Gomez, we may have to go and get a couple of less expensive wingers, just so we could try the winger formation out, because I think that is where we are falling down. We are using this one once again. The one that I was talking about last episode is this one. It is slightly skew off centre, but we do need wingers. Better comes in for Didi. Didi's really tired, so he's having a rest. He's going to play alongside Buongiorno. Williams comes in on the left hand side. Leo at half back. Nicholas, Morley and Kloss, although I am very tempted to bring him as a defensive midfielder on defend. He can do that instead as opposed to half-back. Half-back didn't really work with Blinn playing there last episode against Spurs. So we'll just change it back. And Kloss is going to come as an advanced playmaker on support just behind Pietro and Frin up front. Let's, without any further ado, let's submit the team. Let's get it over and done with. It's Arsenal. We're probably expecting to lose this, but being at home, we might surprise them. They're actually coming quite... This is another formation we were potentially looking at with the 2 wingers and a defensive midfielder. Why are they doing that against us? Are they expecting us to batter them? That would be a surprise. Everybody's happy about that, whatever the assistant says. So that's exactly what we brought you in to do. As we're all lining up in front of... I don't know what stand that is, so I don't know. It could be anybody's stand. As we've already kicked off, and we, apart from the wingers, I think we just got slightly different up forward, really. And the cross comes in over the bar. I thought that might have been a save, but it wasn't though, so that's okay. So first shot for Arsenal, as we haven't had anything yet, as Arsenal are at us again. I'm expecting a full crowd again. So if we do that, we might get that 10 million that is needed to bring Angel Gomez, and that's not going to help as much, is it? Torreira just goes and slides one in, just passes it gently past Muric, who's left quite open, really. He has Stengs to McKennie, and look at that, on his own, and just side foots it in. The gap opened up in the centre. What are you guys doing? You're supposed to be closing the opposition down. As the ball's played all the way back to Steele. Ferrer plays it back to Steele. Was just in trouble there a little bit, but he does cope with it pretty well. I mean, I'm sure our goalkeeper wouldn't have done that. He would have panicked. And I mean, look at that. He's just bypassed them. And another one. And another one. Offside, referee. He's been allowed to run along that left-hand side, and nobody's picked up Stengs on the right at the back. That's disappointing. To say that, I mean, where's Brandon Williams for starters? There's number 8. I mean, Brandon Williams just watched him. There they go. Go on, have a go. Just head it in. Just have a go. What are you doing? We've had 2 shots apparently. I'm not happy. I'm going to lay into him a little bit because that's... we owe Arsenal for the last match. Can we go and at least score a goal? Full capacity, 28,000, which is good. Maybe we ought to ask them if they'll increase the capacity if we manage to stay in the division. But yeah, I do think this formation doesn't work much at all. It's not helping us any at all, is it really? Demand more. Let's do it again. The more focused. Let's go at them. And 20 minutes to go. 2-0. It's not the best, is it? And once I'm going to bring Leo up here now. And he can go... in fact, he can come off. And we're going to bring... You know what? I'm going to bring Gundogan in. You can go there. And Nicholas, you can... advanced playmaker on attack. And Klaus, you can go attack a midfielder on attack. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We got nothing to lose. 20 minutes to go, apart from losing our pride. It would have been nice if we saw a shot on goal. As we don't intercept that. 3-4v2. Torreira, they're quite happy just to play the ball around, aren't they? As the ball comes in back post and apparently he's been shoved. I didn't see a shove. Brandon Williams, once again, I think we need to look at the possibility of a left back. Without Colwell there, Brandon Williams is just not good enough. He's not fit enough to be in the Premiership, and that is a real disappointment. I mean, at 27 years old is he now? He should be playing a lot better than that, and I'm sorry, but that is awful. Absolutely awful. I'm going to give him another dressing down aggressively. I'm far from pleased with that result. I think it's a game we could have quite easily have won or got something from that, but we're back to losing. United beat Swansea 6-0, so that's we didn't lose 6-0, I guess. But once again, we are rooted, and we find ourselves adrift of the bottom, 4th from bottom again. If we don't start winning games, we will be relegated very, very soon and very quickly as well. West Ham coming up away from home, so that's going to be quite difficult. And I think we're just going to have to... I'm planning on playing a friendly, and at the same time, I'm thinking of changing formation. So we'll continue to that game. We'll play a friendly in the between time, and then we'll see you guys very, very shortly. We're back, and you join us on transfer deadline day. Just a couple of big transfers going through. We've made a transfer, but we're not going to talk about that just yet. You probably see it down here. Rob Watmore's gone to Aston Villa for 2.5 up to 4.5 million. Gary Toner has gone from Norwich to Tottenham for 43.5 million. Lenglet's gone to Arsenal. Anjorin has gone to Leeds. Figueroa has gone to Atlanta for 16.5. There's Andre Luiz. Gary Barlow's brother, Aidan, and Angus Dunn. He's gone to Nottingham Forest, has he? Wow, okay, 13 million. Okie dokie. But we have finally managed to bring in Angel Gomez. On the left-hand side, he is going to be playing. He can play in the centre, and I'm sure he can play on the right-hand side if need be. But he's mainly brought in for the left winger role, really, to be perfectly honest. McCarthy can play there as well, but McCarthy, I've been trying to get rid of him. But Gomez, flair, 20. That is a big standout. Acceleration, pace is wonderful. Crossing is not too bad. He can dribble, and he's got a good first touch, free kick. And wow, I'll tell you what, I think this is a pretty good steal. And again, we are continuing in our form to sign in United players, obviously. He's 25 years old. He's going on a little bit, but his career... United, Swansea, Preston. He's been at Swansea again. A good season last season, I guess. Not so well. He's not been involved this much, but we bring him for 9.75 million, and he's on something like £30,000 a week. I think 38 grand a week. Quite excessive, but it had to be done. What else did we have? We had to let go of a couple more players. Amankawa, he's gone to Mallorca for 250,000. Gundogan, he's finally gone to FCSM in France for 375. Dembele's gone for 350. Benito Travis Walsh, he's gone on a free. And Rob Watmore, like we talked about, 4.5 million. I'm just wondering about like himself there and Brad Foden. We should have hung on to them, being the young stars that they are. But we do need the money as well. I mean, we've managed to spend 71 million though. Where that's come from, I've got no idea. But we are not too bad financially either. 622,000, we're still making money. I mean, no matter what they spring out at us, we still managed to stay in the black as well. So that is marvellous news on our part. Right, you can see straight away that West Ham are playing our formation. We're not. We've changed it. We're changing it for this game. We had a friendly in between time, like I said, we were going to do. We're going to try this formation, and we inevitably won 9-0. Granted, it was against a non-league side, but a 9-0 is a 9-0, isn't it? We're going to have Buongiorno playing, and we're going to have Gomez playing as well. So we've got Muric at the back together with Laird, Diddy, Buongiorno, Colwell. We've got Levitt McCormick in centre. Then we've got Charlie Nicholas on the right side. Gomez is going to make his debut on the left. We've got Kloss in the centre, and we're going to have the one striker with Frin up front. 8 goals in 19. Pietro is injured, so he can't play. And we got rid of Dembele, and Ennis is now injured as well. So it just makes sense to play one up front then, unfortunately. I mean, although Charlie Nicholas can play up there, but we are going to try this formation out for a little bit as well. We are in desperate need of getting out of the bottom. There's not many games left at all. But West Ham, it's a game that potentially we should be able to... Well, we can get something out of this, I think. And as you can see, I've named it the skew whiff attack. That's because they're not in the centre. I'm using this on my my Road to Glory on Twitch save, which is working reasonably well. It gets a lot of possessions, is what we're trying to play, and it does bring out quite a lot of goals when it works. I'm not sure how it's going to do against this formation. We tried to get this guy, Glauducci. They wanted something ridiculous like 103 million. It wasn't going to happen. We couldn't get hold of him. I'm sure he played with us, actually. I'm sure he did. Let's have a look. Can we not see his... there we go. Sure he came... Yeah, I thought he was. We was on loan. And he played really well, and we missed him. When he went back, we couldn't get hold of him. And so we kind of trained him up for West Ham, really, didn't we? So that's a little bit of a change. I thought I recognised the name. But yeah, he comes back to haunt us. I'm hoping we're going to just outplay them a little bit. They've got Hurtado up front. He looks like he's making his debut. And they've got Joe Linton as well. 5 goals so far. But Angel Gomez, he hasn't really done anything this season just yet. So, but as you can see, we've got Laird, Levitt and Gomez, ex-Man United players. That's what we like to do. So let's bring them all in. We've got Brandon Williams as well, so we could potentially have played him there, but we're going to go with Colwell because I think I'm a little bit more comfortable with him there as well. We're just going to go all out attack. I mean, what more can we do at this point? It's not far off a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's just a little bit bizarre because they are a little bit off centre as we have the ball with Laird. Charlie Nicholas pass it down to Laird. And plus it gives us the opportunity to play wingers as well as... Wow, he seemed to go straight through our team. I think we've given him too much respect there. That yeah, we did want him, and he wants to play against his old lads as well. And Castagna comes forward. He's going to cross the ball. There's plenty of room to cross it as well. The cross comes in, tipped over the bar, I reckon. No, it's just over the bar. Okay, that's close. Pegged him back down here in the corner. He's got plenty of room there, so nobody's really pressing. But the fact that we've got one forward, but Kloss comes in, has it, plays Gomez in. Oh, debut goal, 20th minute in. It could have happened. Decent cross this time. Nobody there to meet it as well. Frin out to Gomez. He can dribble apparently as well. Buongiorno plays a lovely ball over to Levitt as well. Into Kloss. Let's play it out to the wide players. And this seems to be a little bit better. We're having a little bit more possession as well, which is nice. I don't think the possession bit has been an issue. It's playing entertaining football, and I think if we can get a goal here, Levitt, cross comes in to oh, back post. Who was that? I can't quite remember. See who that was. It might have been Colville actually. As West Ham now come forward. Holberg, I'm sure we had him as well on. Maybe not. Back post, Hurtado. Good block by Colwell, and this is a lot better. Now, this does work with my non-league team, or Tier 9 side, West Disbury. But because we haven't got players that can fit into the positions naturally, it is a bit of a hit and miss. So I'm just intrigued as to how it's going to work with players that can fit into them positions naturally. And I think with Bolton, with a few good players, yeah, it's working quite well, isn't it? Right before half time, it's working quite well. Wonderful. I just don't think there's any formation that will work against any of these sides, but it is very disappointing. Hurtado comes forward, and it is an attacking football we are playing as well, so we've really got to go at these teams now. We're well into the second half of the season, and we're just struggling a little bit. Can we get a goal back? Laird comes forward, lovely play, tries to get the cross in, not very far, but Hurtado comes away again, or Hurtado, and Joe Linton. That's another good save by Muric. He is playing well, but we just need bigger, better players, I think. And I think a year or two these players will be fine because they are quite young still. And to be playing in the Premiership day in, week out, as Levitt plays a lovely ball. Fryn in on it like a flash. And there we go, 9th goal of the season. We're back on level terms just before half time, and that is what we're after. Bum, body, bum. Fryn, well done, sir. Well done indeed. Kempembe just absolutely messes it up there. Lovely ball by Levitt. Fryn on it. He's I think he's our best forward we've got here, alongside Pietro as well. But either one of them can do the job. And Fryn really took his time there. Within a couple of minutes of going behind, we get it back. We're going to bring in McCarthy in there. He can play there. Inside forward, I think, on support. Why not do that? Gomez is inside forward as well, but I might change you to attack on wing instead. Let's get you involved. Actually, no, you can stay as inside forward on attack instead. Just cut into that gap there. Morley. We've got Robertson that can come in. He's fairly fit as well for Levitt. He's playing well, Levitt, though. I'm going to bring it in Morley, or shall I bring in Reece Cole? I'm tempted to bring in Reece Cole for this one. Is he box to box? Roman play. We don't want to roam in. Can actually play. We're going to put Morley back in, I think, as a box to box. That's what I want to have in there. Right, okay. That is the only change, although Laird's injured now, but we can bring in Drummer as well. That's just the third change. It's not a change I really wanted to do, but it needs must, I guess. Away from home, we could do with a victory or a late goal. It would be nice any time now, as we have the ball. Hurrah! Colwell, cross it in. Don't lose it, Morley. Play it wide. No, he plays it. I tell you, we do win the ball back. McCarthy. Oh, I thought that was it. Kloss almost gets us the winner there. That would have been something special, but new formation, new result, and it's away from home. We get a point. I've got to be pleased with that. Fryn with the equaliser, but nothing really happened after that. We're off the bottom. At least a goal difference anyway. We were looking at, he can play winger, he can play fullback as well, and I was hoping to have him as fullback so we could get rid of Brandon Williams and he can play alongside, or he can play up there as well. Right, 43 minutes left, half an hour left of the window. We're on course. Let's see what else is going on. There's a couple of more emails. Transfer deadline now has passed. Player expenditure in the Premier League. Where are we? We're at the bottom. 575,000 per week. That's our wages. Yeah, it's a little bit different to when you think Man United are paying £5.75 million a week. We're paying 570, so we're paying 10% of that. Wow, it's not a lot, is it, at all? A couple of big transfers. Hudson-Odoi has gone to Barcelona for £86 million. Godfrey's gone from Liverpool to Tottenham for 46. Gareth Turner 43 to Norwich. So the big spenders are Tottenham with 90 million, and the most active is Aston Villa with 4 players. Right, that is going to conclude this episode, and we do finish off on a. Well, is it a high? I guess it's a high. It's a draw. It's a point. Who cares? But just we are unbeaten in 2. It does make a little bit of better reading. So there's that 9-0 victory we did win. Fryn scoring a hat-trick. We got Colwell scoring. Ennis scoring. Buongiorno scoring as well. We've got McCarthy. Who's this? Mark Hawkes. I didn't know we had a Mark Hawkes. Is he one of the youngsters? 20 years old. He's a winger, actually. Can we... is it somebody that we could bring in? He's got good dribbling. He's got good crossing. You know what? I am potentially I'm going to move into the first team squad. He must have done pretty well. We could do with him on that right hand side. But yeah, Frin scoring once more. Right, when we come back, we've got a massive game against Liverpool coming up. Wow, that is it's going to be horrible. It really is. And then we've got a home game against Watford, which we do need to win. If we have a look at the Premiership, we are lying second from bottom. We're off the bottom. Hurrah! The transfer window's gone. We've spent a little bit more money, and we're all looking good. And look at that, 1.6 million still in the bank. It's getting tougher and tougher and tougher, and the games that we need to win are running out. So Watford is a possibility. Southampton is another one. Wolves, Everton, we have to win. April looks like we need to win them games, but 3 of them are away from him. We've got Newcastle, Brighton, and Man United to finish off. Hopefully, it doesn't come to the United game where we need to beat them to stay up. But who knows? If you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more new to the channel, please subscribe. Tell me what you think about the new formation. Is it something that you're on board with? Is it worth playing? I don't know. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.